Uh, Welcome, everybody. I'm Rob Manfredi from Bamboo Solutions. Today, we're excited to announce the release of a new product called OrgChart Plus for SharePoint Online. We're going to learn a little bit about Bamboo in a slideshow. We're going to take a tour of the website. We're going to talk about licensing and pricing, and then we're going to get into a demo of the product. And then we'll tell you how you can get a free trial started very easily on your SharePoint Online site to see if it's a product that's right for your organization. So let's get started. All right, so Bamboo, we're a provider of both software applications and consulting services for Microsoft 365 and SharePoint. We have over 8,000 customers worldwide. We're a Microsoft Gold partner. We have both companies large and small and have found quite a niche in the smaller world with SharePoint Online. So SharePoint Online has really made SharePoint accessible to the masses. And now everybody can take advantage of the collaboration and sharing that SharePoint provides without having to set up servers, big IT department, and the like. So this has opened up a whole new customer base for Bamboo, who has been providing solutions for SharePoint, really to fill those functional white spaces. We call them high value, low cost improvements to SharePoint that you can then add to your portal and just make the experience for your users much better. So we've been doing this since 2007. Actually 1997, and then we purchased the company in 2016, and off we go. No, it was 2007. Wait, getting my decades mixed up here. All right, so let's go ahead. So Bamboo, we've been developing products for 10 years since the acquisition of the company. We have 40 people. Half of those people are consulting services, and the other half are support developers that create the products for SharePoint Online. Again, we've had over 8,000 customers download our products, and we're excited to present this new product to our catalog, which we'll show you in a second. Just some brief architecture and security about our products. So our products are SPFX solutions. That means they run in your SharePoint tenant. It's not a SaaS product. Nothing's hosted at Bamboo. It is a piece of software that's installed into your app catalog and then enabled in your tenant. It has no connection back to Bamboo. Most of our products all of our products are available through our website for download, purchase, and trial. But out of the 25, we have 16 now that are in the Microsoft App Store as well, and have been reviewed by Microsoft from a source code perspective and are available for download there. So you can get them from either Microsoft App Source or from Bamboo. They install into your catalog, enable them on a page. You get a 30-day free trial, and then off you go. Any sort of support and upgrades to the software is managed by you. So we have no connection to that software. We're not doing any auto updates or changes. So you can review the update, look at the release notes, and then just simply drop the new update into your app catalog, and it will update all your instances of the product throughout your catalog. So you can see on the security bubble on the right, we've got the SPFX based functionality that goes in your app catalog. Your admins can add it to a page and configure each of the instances of our products, and then the customers access it, or the end users access it through the browser, preserving all of the security of SharePoint in there. So what we want to do is just really mention this is software that runs in your environment without any touchback to Bamboo. From a licensing standpoint, since it is software that resides in your tenant, we have a single price for the product that is for the entire tenant and all of your users. So it's not a subscription. There is no per user per month pricing, so that if you stop paying, you have to stop using the product. It will work essentially forever. You can add the product to unlimited site collections. It is a perpetual license. The first year does include maintenance, and then you can choose to continue maintenance moving forward, which is 22% of the purchase price. We do have support, which is both help desk and people that will help you install and configure it. They're located here in the US, and they're open 7 to 7, Monday through Friday, something like that, to help you with anything you need. Second year maintenance, as I said, is 22% of the purchase price, but we do have special pricing or special support costs for larger customers, and we have special pricing for not-for-profits as well as smaller customers. So what that looks like is if there's a small business for profit with fewer than 100 employees, we're going to offer a maintenance only pricing. So instead of purchasing the product, you'll just simply pay maintenance in the first year and get the product as a perpetual license. So that's 22% of the price you see on the page. That also goes for not-for-profits and educational institutions with fewer than 300 employees. If you're a not-for-profit over 300, we do have discounts for you that are standard for our larger not-for-profits that really seem to like our products. So we're trying to service the needs of everybody in the market without getting confusing pricing. So we have essentially small business pricing. Ask us about it. If you're under 100 employees as a for-profit, if you're under 300 as a not-for-profit, we've got really, really discounted pricing. But of course, we have other discounts as well. If you're a larger customer, yes, you can buy our products. The list price is listed on each of the web pages. However, there will be an additional support fee if you have more than 2,000 users in your SharePoint site. And then another break at 10,000, another break at 100,000, and then over 100,000. So you can see this is a per account support fee on top of the purchase price. Just helps us support our larger accounts that have it on more site collections, a lot more tickets, and really getting a lot of use out of our products. So the product purchase price is the same, and then you'll just simply have a per account support fee added on top of it. And they're modest, $2,500. It gets a little more up here in the tier 3, and then of course we do have several accounts with over 100,000 SharePoint users, and they've got our products sitting on 10,000 site collections. So it just costs us more to support those folks. Since we don't have servers anymore that we can count, we have to just simply count some sort of metric to delineate size. So what that may look like is Org Chart Plus is a $4,000 purchase price, which is a perpetual license and first year maintenance. Second year maintenance is 22%, which is $878, which is optional. So if you, let's say, have 1,000 users, you would be that. If you are a small group, you would only pay the $878 to get the product. That would be a perpetual license and first year support. And then second year, your optional support would also be the 878 number, right? If you're super big, it's the same price. You just simply add in that enterprise cost per account, not per product. It makes some sense once you think about it, but what we wanted to do is make it simple, but also very understandable. And it's often hard the first time you see these things, but glad to talk to you about it. All right, let's take a look at the website before we jump into a demo of the product. All right, so as you know, our website is www.bamboosolutions.com. We've got a great weekly roundup you can subscribe to, which is really a weekly summary of the best of the SharePoint blogs, happenings, and press releases from Microsoft. So it really is a one-stop, one-time email, comes every Friday morning that gives you a curated experience of what's happening in the Microsoft world. It's written by Chris Dooley, who's been doing it for so many years. He's independent now, but exclusive to us to create this weekly roundup. And he always has a funny quip every Friday on things that are happening in his world. So definitely subscribe to that if you want to. Down below, we've got our two products. The green products are all of our on-premise products, and the blue products are all the SharePoint Online products. So you could either click on those or hit this mega menu. We do highlight our most purchased products right there, or you can look at all of them down here. We've got that small business pricing that I talked about here, and the like. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look at the full catalog. So each of these are individual products that are available for purchase. We do some great bundle discounts if you want to buy 2 or 3 of them, and the like. So we do recommend that if you're looking at a couple of them, to buy them at the same time. Again, every product comes with a free 30-day trial, no credit card needed, no purchase needed to get that trial. You just download it, self-service, and then the help desk is there for you as if you were a customer, to help you with an install, help you with configuration, some training, really to get the most out of that trial. So you can see we've got bringing multiple calendars together in a better visual experience in Calendar Plus, a really robust image slider, which is much better than the hero images you see. And we always try to write a little blog about what the differences between our products and out-of-the-box SharePoint web parts are. We've got charting, we've got really cool things like putting a security on a single column within a list, some data viewers. We've got a directory that pulls actually from Exchange, a way to, I'm sorry, from Active Directory, Entra, all of your employees' contact information in a searchable directory. And then what we're talking about today is Org Chart Plus. So if we look here, we've got a nice overview of it. We've got a video. We've got some screenshots. We're showing you how we're actually grabbing that data from Entra and the like. What's nice is Org Chart does come in a paid version and a free version. So there is a completely free version of this product that does not include the filtering. So if you're a small organization and just want to plop an org chart, you can download this product for free, and it will allow you to bring that org chart up and work forever. So it's kind of a cool thing. If you want to start doing more sophisticated things, which I'll show you, then you can always upgrade to the premium. Again, for any customer between, that's not small, but under 2,000, it's $4,000. That's first year license plus maintenance. Second year will be the $878 we talked about earlier. If you're a small organization, it will start at the $878. Okay. To get a trial, it's not quite working since we're releasing today. You would simply click on that, and then right here would be your free trial. You add it to your cart. That will be fixed by the end of day today. If you're ready to purchase it, you can purchase it right here, buy it, add to cart, and check out with a credit card, or we can create a quote and you can do an invoice with net 30-day terms. So we're very business friendly. We understand the importance of purchasing options and the like. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have within Org Chart Plus. Okay, so what it is, it's a filterable org chart pulled from Entra or Active Directory. So this displays users' reporting structure and information about them from that group, from Active Directory into SharePoint. So there are action buttons with each user that allows you to start a chat, schedule a meeting, call them, video call them. And then there's multiple views that you can set up, whether you want it to tailor the user to the size that you have or the experience you want to provide. So you can go horizontal, or you can go vertical. You can have a full page view. You can also I thought I put that in here, but I don't see it anymore. Do some things like having multiple levels, single levels, and the like. So we'll see that when we actually see the product. You can also change the starting node and the configuration of who's at the top of your org chart. So if you really just want, let's say, the org chart of an HR group in the HR page, you can start it at that department head, and then you'll see the direct reports below them, which is kind of a nice way to show a structure for a specific group, office location, or the like. So the way we get this is within SharePoint. We tunnel into the Graph API, and we come in here into Active Directory, and we pull that data back and then display it in an org chart fashion. And all that data, the source of the truth, is coming from Active Directory. Now, if you've got a lot of people in there, we do some pre-fetching, right, and filtering so that you're not grabbing maybe all of the data, but maybe a subset of that data. And then you can actually apply a secondary filter to the data that you've pulled down. So this minimizes throttling, improves performance, and allows us to work with very large organizations, which we've already done, to show that this thing can handle the data that organizations have out there. So we're happy to walk through that with you as well. So if we look at some of those pre-cache filters, for Active Directory, it is a little bit less than we would like, but is getting better. So we can filter by certain departments, emails, which is a start with or includes, and then a job title. So let's say you only wanted to bring data for this specific instance of Org Chart Plus from a certain department. And then once you've got that data, you can actually change what data is shown in the org chart by filtering these out. And this includes a lot, like includes, does not include, starts with, ends, is not empty. So a lot of times, let's say if it's a university, and students don't have employee IDs, but they're in your Active Directory, you can filter out all those students by saying is not empty, which is, they have to have an employee ID in order to be in the org chart. It also filters out conference rooms, it filters out assets that may be in Active Directory, things like that. And you can push a lot of these together so that what you end up with is a very filtered result of the people that want to exist in your org chart plus. All right. And we'll see that also in action. No, I don't want to do that slide. I'm going to go past that. Oh, and then we go to the website tour. All right. So let's go now and take a look at the product. So here I am on a SharePoint Modern page, just a straightforward page. You can see this is at spxteam.sharepoint.com. And we've got how the user would see a horizontal view in a multi-line or multi-stack org chart. As I hover over, you can see who reports to that person or who they report to, right? And then it goes up and down. You can see how Mike's got people under them, right? And then if you come down here, you can see who they report to. So it's pretty dynamic in what it looks like. And then you would get the full structure. And if there was another level down, it would keep going down. And this is all starting from whatever you decide is going to be your top node, right? So what we'll show you is we'll make Mike the top node, and we'll see his org structure only with him at the top and those underneath. And we'll do that in the settings. We do have a full screen mode, which can pop this thing into a full screen. We give the user a little more real estate, so they can pop out of a small thing as well. So if I were to click, let's say, on a person, we'll go here and click on Lisa. We get their image, we get their contact information, and we get the ability to start a Teams chat, call, video call, schedule a meeting, or send an email. And if I go ahead and do schedule a meeting, you'll see that it does pop up. It puts Elisa in there. It schedules the time for right now, so you can change all that and off it goes. So pretty cool, nice and quick. So it's also works a little bit like an employee directory, although it is not searchable. You would want employee directory plus for a searchable directory, which does have organizational structure, but it's built into the card versus a more visual element. That's not as expensive of a product, but it is very useful, and that's called Employee Directory Plus. There's also a free version of Employee Directory Plus as well that doesn't have the filtering. So if you're a small group, you can get org chart and Employee Directory Plus free of charge. Happy holidays. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at editing and the things that are within here. So we get, since if you're a contributor, you can edit the page. The web part has a little control here, and you get your filters. So all of these filters are part of the premium version. So you won't get any filtering in the free version, right? And I think you only get one level of rendering or one type of rendering. So it's a really great product because it does everything you need to do. You just can't do a lot of the customizations unless you move to the premium version. So let's say right now, I'm going to change the top of the node to Mike instead of Courtney. On the department, we've got includes or starts with, email. So this is the pre-filtering, right? If I wanted to filter the data I actually grab. Now, once I have my data, I can go ahead and filter this down even more. So if I only wanted, let's say, a department that includes operations, I would only get people under Mike Hurley that are in the operations department. Now, I don't think that's his department, so I'm not going to do that. But you get the idea that these things work together. I can say, has an employee ID, so it filters out the conference rooms if you've got things like that, or is part of a certain office location. Let's go ahead and instead of horizontal, we're going to change this to vertical. And we are going to do this simple 2 levels viewable at a time. I'm going to go ahead and save that. And what we can see now is it's building the directory, and we've got a much different, let's go republish this so we can actually interact with it a little bit better, a very different looking directory, right? So we've got Mike and his direct reports. If I click this, I can see who Mike's manager is, and it brought me back up to Courtney in the direct reports, right? And then if I click on Mike, I can go back down. Whoops, sorry about that. And see Mike and his direct reports. And then these cards pop up just like before, and the like. So this is a vertical one line. So if you notice, if we go up and if we made Courtney the lead, instead of seeing 2 levels of org chart, you only see the one, right? And then you can choose to drop down and see who reports to the person underneath, right? Now we can do the same thing for this. Let's go ahead and edit this and make it horizontal. And what that looks like. Oh, we want to make it. I thought that would change it. I think is there only one option on the simple horizontal, simple vertical. Oh, I guess there is no horizontal. So the single page tree can go vertical or horizontal. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. This is a new product. So this is what happens sometimes when you render, you get this slider and you're like, no, I don't want that view because it's too wide. So I'm going to play with that view and then make this horizontal and save it. And then you'll see this view that we have actually fits better without scrolling in the space I have for the page. Right now, the vertical scroll may be there if you get this really big, but that's the point of having the multiple views, different ways you want to present the data so that you can tweak it to fit in there. Now, this is the first release of our product. The hardest part was getting that data to render correctly from Active Directory to provide a couple levels of views and a bunch of filtering to make it usable. We've got great plans for this product in terms of different views, color coding, changing the data that's displayed in each of these cards, which we do in Employee Directory Plus, but not yet here. So this is going to be just one of our flagship products moving forward. We have heard from the field that a org chart product that is configurable versus what you get in Teams, right? So you can see org charts in Teams, right? So if we look at that, right, let me see. So if we look at Teams, right, and then we look at a person, there is an org chart in here, I think, right? So it's very similar, but this doesn't allow you to configure what is shown, nor does it make it accessible on a team site. So we wanted to take this same concept, right, and allow you to bring something with more control, more configurations into your collaboration site here, right? And we believe that ultimately organizational structure is a key to finding people, understanding what skills people have, and providing, especially in an M&A culture or where a lot of our remote offices are, to see who's working there, who reports to who, and to get an idea of that structure without always being necessarily physically together. So if you combine this with Employee Directory Plus, you end up with really great dynamic real-time insights based on what is in Active Directory within your collaboration platform without having to keep 2 sources of the truth in sync. All right. Any questions? I'm happy to look at the chat and answer some questions if there's anything out there. And again, the trial version is not quite ready on our site, but if you email me, we will get you set up with a trial version, or you can just wait for a day or 2 and it'll be up on our website. And let's see, yeah, the pricing, again, pricing for this product is $39.95, $4,000 if you are over 100 people as a company or over 300 as a not-for-profit. Not-for-profits over 300 get a 15% discount. That is perpetual license plus maintenance. If you're a small company, it's $878. If you want the free version, it's free. You just don't have the filters, and I think you get, I'm not too sure which views you get, but obviously we're working on things here. But we think this is a must-have for every company out there because it just brings in such great data into your SharePoint portal. That's dynamic. All right. Well, thank you all for coming. We enjoyed showing this product to you. We're very proud of this release. It is something that's growing our catalog. We've got 26 products now for SharePoint Online. We'd love to get you as a customer, and thank you all and have a great rest of your day.